Lesson 10 is going to be our nonlinear equations, specifically looking at quadratic equations. So this first example, we are going to determine the solution to the equation x squared plus 2x minus 24. In order to solve this quadratic equation, we must use factoring. We're trying to find two numbers that multiply to be negative 24, that add to be 2. That's going to be a positive 6 and a negative 4. Now we have to set each of these factors equal to 0. So we're going to say x plus 6 is equal to 0. You're going to very quickly see it just takes one step to solve, and that's x equals negative 6. We look at our answer choices, that's not one of them. So now we got to look at our x minus 4. Set that equal to 0. Add 4 to both sides. That's going to 0 pair out the negative 4, and that's going to be x is equal to 4. Now we have a solution of x equals 4, which is B. The second one, Maya bought a massive canvas for her painting project. The store clerk told her that it is 4 feet taller than its width. So it's 4 feet taller than its width. What are the dimensions of the canvas? Which means 9 and 4. This equation factors, so we're going to break out which two numbers multiply to be a 45 that add to be 14. Those two numbers are 9 and 5. In order to find the solution, this breaks it down just a little bit further if I was going a little quickly on that first example. So we're trying to find all multiples or factor pairs that multiply to be a negative 32. So that's 1, 32, negative 1 and 32, 2 and negative 16, negative 2 and positive 16, 4 and negative 8, and negative 4 and positive 8. Those are all the possible options. But then we have to look at all of these possible options and determine which of those pairs is going to best add up to positive 14. And so the one that is going to add up to positive 14 is going to be our 16 and negative 2. And so if you put those two, 16 and negative 2, that's going to be x plus 16, x minus 2 is going to equal those original factors. And finally, the last step is we're going to set those two factors equal to 0. X minus 2 equals 0, which we add 2 to both sides. Our solution is x equals 2. X plus 16 equals 0. Subtract 16. X equals negative 16. So our factors are going to be the opposite of our solutions. This one's going to work the same way. Factoring a trinomial. X and x. Multiplies to be 40, adds to be 3. We need an 8 and a 5. It's going to be a negative 8. The first sign tells you the sign of the larger number. The second sign tells you same or different. Plus 5. Our solutions are going to be the opposite. X equals 8. X equals negative 5. As we look at that, our answer is C, 8. Is 3 a factor to either one or both of these? If we factor this, it's going to be x minus 3 and x minus 4. So it's not 2, so it can't be 2. This is going to be x minus 7, x plus 3, and so it is a solution to the first trinomial. Practice are set up exactly the same way as some of the ones we've just talked about, and so that should conclude lesson number 10.